Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Forer from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for November 14th, 2018. Let's take a quick look at today's markets. We did see stocks continue to drop. The Dow was down 205 points. The S&P 500 was down a little over 20 points, while the Nasdaq 100 was lower by 64 points, and the Russell 2000 gave up another 12 points. And more importantly, if we look at the 50 and 200 period moving averages and go back to that chart of Russell 2000, there it is. That's the dreaded death cross. So it has happened, which usually, leads to much lower prices. So that's something to continue to watch. The bond market was fairly calm once again today. Did fluctuate a little, but overall didn't move that much. And the yield on the 10-year note is now at 3.124. Crude managed to gain for the first time in 12 sessions. It was up about 52 cents or almost 1%, but that gain may not last for a couple reasons. One, if you look at today's bar, we were higher and gave it all up before the end of the session. But more importantly, after market hours here, after the official close, we did get an unexpected rise in crude inventories of 8.8 million barrels, excuse me, and that will probably push oil prices lower overnight. Gold did bounce today as well, up almost 11 points, but that once again was on some weakness in the US dollar. Still nothing to worry about here. Trend and momentum fully intact. Now, after market hours, a couple of stocks really dominating the after hours session. Cisco was one. They beat earnings handily and were up nicely. Cisco was up a little over $2 or almost 5% after market hours. Bigger news, JPMorgan. It was revealed after market close that Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway has picked up another 35 million shares, about $4 billion of additional shares in JPMorgan. And, they already hold a number of big banks, a number of sizable positions in U.S. banks, including Bank of America, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bancorp, Goldman Sachs, and Bank of New York Mellon. So Warren Buffett continues to be bullish on the banks. Now, looking at JPMorgan here, is it time to buy from a technical perspective? Certainly not on the daily chart. We don't see a whole lot of reason to buy here. In fact, it looks likely if we break below these lows that we'll get more downside. But on the monthly chart, if we look at this, if we run into support once again down here near 103, 102, 103 and hold, that's about 5 points lower. If we drop another 5 points or so and hold, we could be having a very, very nice long setup here once again on the monthly. So keep an eye on JPMorgan. Doesn't look ready to go right now, but could be setting up very soon. That's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you on our next update.